Oh yeah, Pixar is back, baby! Inside Out is a movie directed by Pete Docter, you know, the director of Up and Monsters, Inc. and other Pixar films. It's a movie about a little girl named Riley. She has a couple of these feelings, I think 5 of them: joy, sadness, disgust, anger, and fear. Yeah, that's 5. But at the time, they're at this time in Riley's life where she's having all these emotions, and that's all I'm going to say of the storyline. That's it. That's all I'm going to reveal of the storyline. And I gotta say, this movie is genius! That's just one thing about this movie. It's just pure creativity in a pure form of animation. I mean, it's been a long time since Pixar has given us a great film. The last great masterpiece that Pixar has given us was Toy Story 3, and that came out all the way in 2010. But now we finally get a movie 5 years later. 5 years! That's a genius work by Pixar. Sure, we've gotten Cars 2, Brave, and Monsters University, but those pale in comparison to the Pixar movies of the past. The reason why was because it was creative, it was fun, it was just original, a piece of art, just like the old ones, like Toy Story, Toy Story 2, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, Finding Nemo, Up, even, Monsters, Inc., all those great Pixar films. This feels like a Pixar film. Another thing I love about this movie was that it's so freaking relatable, because the kid Riley in this movie, it's at the time in her life where everything just starts going bad. You know, her parents move in a new town, just all that stuff, all these mixed emotions start getting in. She's like 12 years old in this movie. Oh, dang, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say for this. But I was at that time in my life too. In fact, there were a few moments, I'm not going to lie, where I teared up because I was like, that's what I did. I wanted the same thing. Another thing I love about this movie was the creativity put into the control room of the mind. It's so realistic and so inventive that it kind of works, honestly. It could happen. I don't think it does, of course, because, well, it's not really, but still, I mean, it could happen, but it's so genius and so inventive that, I mean, it does kind of make sense. I mean, not saying that it's real because I don't believe it's real. I mean, well, it could be, but I don't think it could. Another advantage of seeing this movie is that you're going to remember a lot of stuff from your past. Not just like the movie's past, but your own past. In fact, as I was watching the movie, I was going like, oh yeah, that did happen. Huh. My parents were right. One thing I will say though is, honestly, although it's a kids movie, I honestly think that the teenagers and the adults will have more fun with this movie. I mean, I did. I'm 15 years old. I probably shouldn't have said that. But still, I mean, I had enjoyed the heck out of this movie because I remember that time in my life where I started questioning everything. All these mixed emotions started going in. I remember that very well. And I thought, like, this movie displayed that perfectly in an animated form. I love the heck out of this movie as a teenager. I think that us as teenagers and adults will probably enjoy it more than the kids in elementary school. I feel like the kids in elementary school will be like, oh, haha, animation, huh. But overall, I feel like if you're like below the age of 12, I think you'll enjoy it. You'll like it. You'll be like, haha, funny. But I feel like if you're above the age of 12 like me, I think you'll love the heck out of this movie. Because I sure did. It's my favorite movie of the summer so far. Yeah, it is, honestly. I hate to say it, but a kids movie is my favorite movie of the summer so far. And it's Inside Out. You want to know why? Because I loved it. And there's nothing wrong with loving this movie. Because I enjoyed the heck out of this movie. So in the end, overall, Inside Out was smart, creative, it was funny. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to say. It wasn't like fart jokes like kids humor type funny. It was smart humor. Mostly human here was very smart and very well thought out. Particularly my favorite lines that I laughed at the most were from Anger. I felt like he made me laugh the most. But it was funny, of course, that's the point of that. I like the voice casting in this movie. I thought this movie was very well voice casted Particularly, I like the casting of Amy Poehler as Joy, because I just started getting into Parks and Rec. Yes, I know I should have gotten into it a while ago, but I just started getting into it, and I feel like she was the perfect casting for Joy. I thought it was a very well-created storyline. Of course, I love the storyline in this movie. It was very relatable, and most of all, I love the idea of the control room in the mind. So in the end, overall, my final rating for Inside Out is 2 thumbs way up. Alright guys, now it's your turn. Have you seen Inside Out? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought about it, comment down below, let me know. Also guys, if you like this video, be sure to like it, click that like button really hard, and if you like what you see here and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. I'm Nate Bridgman, I'm the thumbs up movie reviewer for MovieStuff, and as always, see you later and subscribe.